What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Bolero Sam here with Gab and Maui. And 2 more days bago ang start ng UAAP Season 87. Can't come any sooner. Guys, excited na ba kayo?
Oo! Excited pa rin, siyempre.
Excited, pero parang si Gab, parang may hinanakit eh. And pag-uusapan natin yan, Gab.
It's a bad day to be a UAAP fan. It's a bad
2 days to go.
2 days to go.
2 episodes. We'll do 2 episodes. Sabihin mo na, Sam.
Yes. Sasabihin ko na. So, we're going to do 2 more episodes. This is the first episode. Magba-back-to-back kami. May isa pa kaming episode to preview the opening day of UAAP. Abangan nyo yun. But for today, we have to talk about confirmed na, 'di ba? Nag-press con na sila kahapon. The new UAAP eligibility rule. We've seen the reactions from a lot of people, even I think the coach, si Coach Topex, nagiging viral yung sinabi ni Coach Topex about it. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. Gab, Maui will talk about it now. And to the listeners, please share your comments down below. Ngayon pa lang, comment yun na anong feelings nyo. I know marami tayong mga fans from different schools. Maybe they have different perspectives. Pero I wanna know each one's perspective or feelings dito sa bagong UAAP eligibility rule. So let's get started. But before I listen to mga feelings ni Gab, feel ko marami. Just to recap, dun sa mga hindi nakakaalam, no? Dun sa bagong UAAP eligibility rule. In the past, if you moved from one UAAP school to another, syempre you sit out 1 year and you lose 1 year of eligibility. But with the new UAAP rule, you sit out 1 year pa rin, so you skip a season, pero you lose 2 years of your eligibility. So nadagdagan ng 1 year of eligibility ang mawawala. So to get us started, I want to start with Maui para mag-antay pa muna si Gab kasi feel ko atat na tong si Gab. Mag-antay ka muna, Gab. I want to start with Maui. Ano yung instant reaction mo nung... Well, you've shared your thoughts about this, di ba? Napag-usapan na natin. But ngayong confirmed na, ano reaction mo? Nagulat ka ba na tinuloy nila?
Ako, initial reaction ko, naalala ko si Soc Rivera at si Jerry Pingoy, di ba? 2 very promising players who unfortunately did not have promising careers in the UAAP sa college level. I think the rule is, I think I've said this in the past, even if it wasn't confirmed, I wasn't sure na matutuloy siya. And I'm shocked, to be honest, na natuloy siya. I cannot believe, di ba, that they decided to penalize the players again, di ba? Players should not be the one to bear this blow, di ba? And time again, we've said on this show that we are for the players. We want, these players are student athletes. They're not pro athletes, di ba, at right now. So the UAAP, not any school has any property to these players. It shows, di ba, they're students before athletes, di ba? So they should have the prerogative to choose where they want to study, where they want to play, without having that much of an effect on their futures. But this rule does not affect only basketball players, diba? It affects all sports, diba? And imagine somebody who just wants to have a career in, let's say, fencing, and he's in the Philippine team, diba? And he transfers to another school, then he has to sit out 2 seasons also. It's not just basketball that's affected. It's all student athletes. It's all walks of life. To be honest, I thought when they were announcing, when there were rumors about a transfer, changes to the transfer rule, I was expecting sana that they would be more strict when it came to benefits that the players were going to expect. Kasi that one could even the playing field without hurting the chances, without hurting the prospects of the players. But this one really hurts. This one really hurts. I mean, I'm from Ateneo. We just lost Mason Amos, and I'm not happy. Diba? I'm not happy with what the UAAP has decided with this rule. I really think the players have taken a big blow.
Kahit na tayo ni Mason, i-defend natin si Mason. This is not right. Diba, Maui?
Yes. Tama, exactly. Gab said it right. Even if we were hurt, even if we were Ateneans, even if I was a diehard Atenean since I was young, even if Mason Amos really hurt me with that transfer to our arch rival LaSalle, I still don't think that this rule is good. But I think we can do better. This will definitely get some blowback, diba, from Senator Cayetano for sure. Kasi it's just a variation of the old rule. They just tried to find a loophole. You're sitting out 1 year, but you're still losing out 2 years eligibility. Imagine players like Moore Alao, diba? Moore Alao hasn't even played in the UAAP, and now he has lost 2 years eligibility with his transfer. He hasn't even played in the seniors level. He was a very promising player, was a Batang Gilas player. Now he has 3 years eligibility, diba? Like Kobe Demisana is another player that's affected. He hasn't even suited up for the UAAP, but he's gonna only get 3 years to prove that he can go to the pros. I'm just disappointed. I guess that's my initial reaction. Very disappointed with how this turned out.
Gab.
Maui said it. This sucks. This fucking sucks. That's all I have to say. I said it, it's not a good day to be a UAAP fan. Not a good past 2 days to be a UAAP fan. And I scoured through the online, the social media. I scoured through the comments just to see how people were thinking about what people were thinking about this rule. Some were defending it. Na it's good na people na it will stop yung piracy, poaching, bring more balance to the league. Star players will be disincentivized to transfer to other UAP programs. But that's the thing, that's the minority. Yung minority ng transfers are the star players. Majority of the transfers are those like Kobe Demisana, those like Moore Alao, those like Luis Pablo, Renzo Competente, those who were getting opportunities in their school. Sabi nga ni Maui, si Kobe Demisana di pa nga itong lalaro eh. Pinaparusahan na siya ng UAAP. Bumagsak lang ng Ateneo. Pinarusahan pa ng UAAP. I'm like,
Hindi
what?
niya choice no? Hindi naman choice ni Kobe na umalis ng Ateneo.
Oh, di ba? Pakinggan niyo yung to people who were defending this rule. Pakinggan niyo yung tunog ng sinabi ko. Bumagsak na nga si Kobe Demisana. Pinarusahan na nga siya ng Ateneo. Paparusahan pa siya ng UAAP. Dahil bumagsak siya. Di ba? Wala siyang choice kundi lumipat. Di ba? Pakinggan yun. I-playback niyo yun over and over sa utak niyo kung gaano ka crazy yun para kay Kobe Demisana. Ano kayo nararamdaman niyo? Parang okay, bagsak na nga ako sa grades. Di pa ako makakalaro ng full playing years ko. That's same thing kay Moore Alao. Binangko na nga ako, hindi na nga ako ni-line up for 2 years sa LaSalle. Paparusahan pa ako ng UAAP. Wala na, di na nga ako naglaro. So, that's, again, it sucks, no? It's backwards thinking by the UAAP board to implement this rule. Because we've been here before. We had the Jerry Pingoy rule before. And it was so bad that the Philippine Congress made a law against it, protecting student athletes. And yet the same entity which started the movement for the law in the first place is now doing it again. They found a loophole. They tried to circumvent the law. That's how bad they look. Kumbaga, nag-try sila maghanap ng butas sa batas. Ganun, yun yung look ng UAAP ngayon. Napakasama. In my opinion, that's so bad. Kasi, di ba? UAAP board, come on. Yes, I'm calling you out because this is not how it's supposed to be. Pinaparusahan niyo yung athletes. Kinall out nga kayo years ago. Kinall out nga kayo a few months ago ni Senator Pia Cayetano. Do not circumvent the intent of the law, and they just did again. uh, it sucks, no? It really sucks because the UAP board is not addressing the issue correctly. Diba? They're doing this because they want to stop star players from transferring from one school to the other. And yet they are grossly overreacting to that and not addressing the issue. Di nila sinasagot yung why star student athletes are transferring to other schools. They're just answering, how are we going to prevent this? They're not going to the root cause of it all. And at the sad part of it, as Maui said, lahat apektado. Dahil lang sa minority of players student athletes who transferred, everyone is affected. Not just basketball. Diba? Yun yung crazy eh. I think that was the reason why Senator Pia, in the past, when the Jerry Pingoy rule happened, actually lobbied for the law because other athletes from other sports were getting affected. I think someone from the swimming team in UP, diba, was being prevented from for competing for UP because he came from another high school. So it's the same thing that's happening now. And same thing is gonna happen to student athletes from other sports. They're not gonna be able to transfer. Kunyari, hindi sila may line up sa volleyball team or sa football team. Gusto na mag-transfer sa ibang school. Hindi nila magagawa. Mapapunish pa sila dahil sa nangyayari sa basketball. So, again, it's a gross overreaction by the UAAP board. It's backwards. I think Coach Topex put it plainly. It's a law against the future of these student athletes, diba? It's a law. Sorry, not a law. It's a rule against their choice, their freedom to choose. You could say it prevents poaching and piracy, pero hindi naman ipagmamay-ari ng schools or teams itong mga players eh. Diba? Unless may contracts na no one's talking about. But they're not owned by these schools. They're not under contract to these schools. You go to a school to study. I mean, yun lang.
Student first. Diba?
Student first, diba?
Student athlete.
And another thing, the other part of this for me is if Ateneo voted yes for this, they would be the most hypocritical school organization in this whole thing because they were the ones primarily against the Jerry Pingoy rule. Diba? Sila yung nag-lobby for Jerry Pingoy. This rule is bad. We shouldn't have this. They voted against the rule. If I find out that they actually voted for this rule, just kung magagalit ako sa Ateneo, sa sarili kong alma mater, because they look so hypocritical talaga. They cannot vote for this rule now that they're one of the victims of player transfers. When dati they were the ones being getting the player. Now that they're the ones losing the player, okay, we're now punishing the student athletes just because you were the ones who lost the player. If I find out that they did that, they will lose points on my end. I will complain ako sa tamang avenues because that looks so bad on them. So yun, you could feel the emotion in my voice talaga.
Pero to be fair, hindi nga natin talaga alam, no? So wala tayong alam. To be clear, hindi natin alam.
Oh, but if I find out that they did, oh my God. Oh my goodness. 'Di ba? Sila yung kumakampi kay Jerry Pingoy at ayaw sa Jerry Pingoy rule dati. Tapos ngayon, it's just basically the same rule punishing student athletes. And then if they vote yes, crazy.
Sama nun.
Sama
diba?
nun.
You cannot vote when it suits you. Right now.
Diba?
You cannot be like that. You have to be forward-looking.
Diba?
You have to have principles and forward-looking. Diba?
Sammy, I want to hear your take in all this.
I'll take the Coach Topex route. I respect their decision, but I am against it. Di ba ganun yung sabi ni Coach Topex?
Magaling sagot ni Coach Topex.
Magaling sumagot to si Coach Topex, by the way. Marami na kayong nasabi about the rule, no? How tough it is really for a lot of the students versus na-mention nyo na, what they're really trying to control is the poaching or the piracy of star players from schools. Which, there is, okay, probably there is some issue there, pero, with the new rule, it affects everyone else na hindi naman part of that issue. Diba? Yun yung sinasabi nyo, Gab and Maui. Ako, I just wanted to add siguro. Iniisip ko, hindi ba it would also hurt them in the sense na it would make, and I've raised this before, na it would make the UAAP less attractive to players or student athletes. Because of this rule, if I decide, number one, if I'm going into college and I'm a student athlete, maybe I might consider taking a different route, like let's say the NCAA, diba? Or if I'm from the UAAP, bangko ako, or I'm not getting minutes, pero alam kong magaling ako, I go to the NCAA. So, because if I switch to another UAAP school, I lose 2 years eligibility. If I switch from the UAAP to the NCAA, I lose 1 year of eligibility, diba? I just redshirt for 1 year. So, it could also push great student athletes out of the UAAP into outside of the UAAP. And I think sayang. I think sayang din yung perspective na yun, no? Obviously, na-mention nyo na nga yung main reasons. Pero sa akin, isa pa yun. And actually, talking about it, if you read yung mga recent news, Joe Golapa moving to Mapua, Ashon Andrews, I think, moved to, sorry, I forget. Baste ba? Another NCAA school. Maybe they knew na possible na ma-affect sila ng bagong eligibility rule, so they decided, sige, NCAA na lang ako. That's bound to happen. So good for the NCAA, good for Benild, kasi ready to get the latak of the LaSalle mga transferees. So I think that hurts the UAAP also. Yun yung sa akin one perspective na I feel like people are also missing.
That's actually a very good perspective, Sammy, because I go back to the press conference yesterday, and I think one of the statements made during the press conference is that this rule is not just for the interest of the student athletes, if ever there was any interest of student athletes in mind, but they had to take to account the interest of the member schools para to have a better UAAP environment. So let the student athletes can thrive. Those were, I think, if I remember correctly, that was the exact wording mentioned in the press conference. And I'm like, in what world does this contribute to a better UAAP environment? Diba? In what world is that good athletes from end of benches transferring out of the league is good for the UAAP? Diba? I don't get it. It's sobrang backwards ng thinking ng UAAP here. And it hurts, no? It hurts because tayong tatlo, we love the UAAP. We've been fans since we were kids. Since bata tayo, gusto natin. That's why we started this podcast, because we love the UAAP. We love the basketball competition. We love the overall league. I thought they took steps forward in the previous seasons with in terms of streaming, the Pilipinas Live app, introducing
rule changes.
Daming rule changes. Yeah.
Daming rule changes. In fact, yung this season, getting rid of 4 game days for men's basketball, putting more shine on women's basketball.
Women's and high school, juniors basketball. Great move.
Baka magka 4-point play na rin ang UAAP.
Wag muna.
Fine. If you can innovate that way, but they've been taking steps forward there, which is why we praise them when they take steps forward.
Yeah,
but this is a gross step back. Ang laki ng step back na to, because this is how do I say it? It caters to the interests of the schools. the school management. It doesn't watch out for the welfare of student athletes, unlike yung what was mentioned yesterday, di ba? Yun ang mention parang we're just watching out for the welfare of the student athlete. When I was watching it, I was like, what? Ano watching for the welfare? How does this watch out for the welfare of the student athlete? You're disincentivizing them and discouraging them from making a free choice. Plus, you're punishing them if ever they make that free choice, diba? It looks so bad talaga because it doesn't really address the issue. We've talked about this before. It really is about the money. Tingnan nyo, UAAP. Hindi
compensation. Diba?
Yung compensation, yung allowances, yung benefits na nakuha ng student athlete. Kaya sila lumilipat Kaya naman lumilipat ng mga star player na stars na sa team nila, lumilipat pa sa isa-isa pang school dahil binibigyan sila ng pera, ng mas maraming benefits. Hindi naman dahil gusto lang nila is destabilize yung balance ng league. I'm sure that's the least of their of what they're thinking, di ba? Yun ba yung nasa isip ni Ray Remogat nung lumipat siya ng UP? I'm gonna destabilize the balance of the league, di ba? Yun lang, no, come on. It's so again, they're not addressing the issue. This is what frustrates me the most kasi they're acting like this addresses the issue, but it does not. They're just trying to prevent the problem from happening, but they're not actually addressing the problem. Because honestly, if these star players were really good, they will not care if they lose 2 years of eligibility, di ba? Kung talagang magaling nito, kung handa na sila mag-pro, hindi mo sila matatakot. Okay, may 2 years left naman ako. Dilipat na lang ako. Mas maraming bayad dun sa kabila. May 2 years lang ako, then mag-pro na ako, diba? Just get my money there, then pro. They're not really gonna care. Talaga yung masakit dito is guys like sila More Alao, sina Kobe De Mesana. Sila talaga yung, and whoever athlete chooses to transfer in another sport, sila talaga yung ang masasaktan sa rule na to. Sila talaga yung they will feel the brunt of this rule. Sila. And I think Senator Pia Cayetano is up for re-election.
Lalaban yan.
Oh, I'm sure lalaban yan. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And because that's good press for him too. Or for her too. So, Maui, go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, tama si Gab eh. It's really, actually very good point, Gab, what you mentioned from the start, diba? It's the minority is the one they made the rule because of the minority, but majority will actually be the ones who will face the consequences of these, diba? We're talking about players who are in Team B, student athletes who, let's say, wanted to study in another school, diba? But still want to compete in the UAAP, not just in basketball. Diba? Imagine going to Ateneo, you wanted to get into a business school, and then after 1 year, you wanted to go to engineering, so you want to transfer to a school like UP, diba? Or LaSalle. It will prevent these student athletes from being athletes, diba? It's crazy because we're talking about a majority. We're talking about a minority who are the main reasons why this rule was actually put up in the first place, diba? But at the end of the day, as Gab mentioned, as we've mentioned throughout this episode, yung players talaga are taking it, diba? Regardless if you're a star player, regardless if you're somebody who's transferring, diba? You don't know what will happen to you, diba? Players, even star players who transfer, who think that they can forgo yung 2 years and I'll just go pro early. Like for example, the players who went pro early, like sila Tamayo or even sila Policarpio. Anything can happen, diba? That 2 years, that extra year of eligibility could be your make it or break it for you to become a pro player. That 1 year of eligibility could be your make it or break it to be an Olympic athlete. Diba? If we're talking about another sport, diba? Imagine if one school has the resources to be able to help you to get to that goal. It's just crazy that we're talking about players, about student athletes, again, taking the brunt of this rule. at the end of the day, as Gab mentioned, it really boils down to one thing: compensation and money for those star players. Diba? They have to find a way. There has to be a better way, rather, to be able to prevent the minority, the star players, from transferring and disrupting, diba, the league, as Gab mentioned. Diba, Remogat is not transferring just because we all know why Remogat is transferring. It came straight from his mouth, diba? There's a reason why. There has to be a better way to police, or there has to be a better way to make sure that there is parity in the league. Diba? We're all for parity, diba? That's very clear on our show, diba? All three of us, we want parity in the UAAP, and I don't think this is the way to go. Sap.
Another thing that's pretty screwed up about this is they made it retroactive. They announced the rule now, and then they're punishing the guys who did it in the past. That's crazy. Even laws, I think laws and executive orders in government, they're not meant to be retroactive. You don't punish guys in the past just because you made a rule now. Now, I think in defense, I saw this from Naveen. I think they said that the rule has been implemented since February. That they voted on it in February pa lang, but they made it until the end of season 86 to actually, or until the opening to announce it.
Yeah.
Parang, okay, if it was in February, meaning the guys who this rule was intended to stop were actually sina Baklaan, si Remogat, and I think to a lesser extent, sina Pablo. Diba? I think because if it's February, it goes with the timeline. It was those 3 or 2 players who actually spurred the discussion for this rule. And I think it became clear na sila nga yung point of discussion. But they're not the ones getting punished. Yung na-punish yung mga guys who were not the point of the rule. Diba? Di ba nakakatawa yun? Na yung the guys who this rule was made for are not the ones getting punished. It's actually the other guys who actually transferred for other reasons, the non-star players, except si Mason, of course. But the non-star players are the ones who are getting punished for this rule. Yun ang nakakatawa. The retroactive part was really funny to me. Talagang, what? So, yung guys na gumawa in the past, paparosahan nyo rin sila?
Hindi, tsaka...
Oh.
Yeah, tsaka diba Gab, I think we were talking about this off-air. They're not even 100%. Well, I'm just basing this on what I heard sa press conference. They're not even 100% sure what's the date of effectivity, diba? When you can, they're talking about the end of last season, but the start of enrollment. It's crazy, diba? But your point is very good, diba? It's players who are not even the main cause of this rule are the ones who are gonna take the biggest blow.
Chinek ko lang quickly yung Jerry Pingoy rule. 2013 siya na set. Mga 10, 11 years ago. And then the year after, it seems like tinanggal na nila, but parang basta basically it only covered 2 seasons of the UAAP. So I'm curious to see or hear how long will this rule last? I'm curious.
I think it depends on the progress of the legislative function or in Congress. Kung how long will it take from first reading, second reading, third reading up to the Senate, and then it goes up there, then it finally goes up to the president. That's how long it takes to get a law signed and implemented. So 1 to 2 seasons, I think. I think that's the over-under, Is it going to be more than 2 seasons or less than 2 seasons? Because that's exactly how long it's going to take. Because it does not take, it's not fast to get a law passed in Congress and then have it signed by the president. And at that point, it's not even sure. The president might veto it. So,
and maraming rene-review yung Congress and yung Senate ngayon di ba? Maraming mga issues ngayon sinaayos.
Yun pa pare. Ang dami-daming issue ng Pilipinas. Magiging issue rin to, I'm sure. Ang dami na nga problema ng Pilipinas. Magiging problema pa to ng Pilipinas.
Okay. To end the show. So, you guys talked about it. Yung isa sa mga problems din dito is really yung compensation, no? So, how would you, if hindi itong eligibility rule, how would you fix it? Kung meron mang issue about poaching or star players leaving, how do you fix it? Is it as simple as dapat stricter implementation of yung monitoring of yung benefits of players? Ganun ba yun? Or ideas? Maui.
I think they have to study how they do it now in the NCAA, di ba? Kasi because before the issue was, yung compensation was not too much, but kumbaga lugi yung players with what the league was earning. So I think they have to study how the NCAA is trying to do it right now with players getting benefits because of sponsors, di ba? Not because of schools being able to offer more money.
NCAA
Diba?
abroad.
Abroad. Sorry,
Yeah.
we're talking about NCAA basketball, not basketball, NCAA in general in the US. I think this has been a recurring study for them for the past few seasons, and we've seen players stay because of this rule because some players get a lot of compensation because of it. Some some players who are supposed to be bound for the WNBA, like Paige Buckner, I think, they decided not to transfer because of this rule. But
Paige Bucher.
Paige Bucher, sorry. They have to study it. I think there has to be a better metric. There has to be a better way to look at it. Diba? It's not black and white kasi. They have to look at the welfare of the majority. I think that's where they really went. That's where they went wrong right now. Gab hit it on the nail, diba? We're talking about a minority, diba? You have to look at the majority of the student athletes, how it affects the general population, not just certain players, certain schools, diba? It always has to be the general welfare of everybody, diba? I think this rule has really is targeted, but unfortunately does not really hit it on the nail with regard to the target, diba? Ang kawawa pa actually yung majority, not the minority who are actually the main reason why the rule is being put into place. So there has to be a better study. They have to find another way. I don't think this is the way to go. The student athletes shouldn't be the only ones, diba, getting that burden, that blow, diba? There has to be a way for the schools to agree on how to level the playing field. When it comes to recruiting, when it comes to giving scholarships, I don't know what the right ingredient, what the right mixture is, but they have to find another way where they can level the playing field, not just this rule, diba?
Gab, let's end
Oh,
it.
I think I mentioned this in our initial episode about this when this rule was being talked about. Legalize it, state it. But I think the NCAA in the US has done the same thing. They have legalized players getting paid, and I think it has made the US NCAA a better attraction for athletes. I mean, the overtime elite. It's not getting players anymore. The G League Ignite is now defunct. They're gone just because no one wants to go there anymore because they're getting paid now to go to play basketball in college. Now, if the issue is really money, then ako, wag pagbawalan kasi kung pagbawalan, gagawin pa rin naman yan ng mga schools eh. They'll do under the table and all that. So, yung tama si Maui, find a system, and I think the US NCAA has found something with this NIL, and look at that system, see if it works. And I think they hire third-party investigators or trackers just to
Auditors.
third-party auditors to find out if there are under the table dealings, and I think it has worked. For times, players have been punished. I think the most recent I can remember si Penny Hardaway and si James Wiseman were were punished because Wiseman received money. This was prior to the NIL. So there are obviously stuff in the US that works, and I hope that yung sabi ni Maui, I hope the UAP looks into it. Diba? kung sa US gumagana, I'm not saying we have the same structures here in the Philippines. Obviously, we don't. We're a third world country. But
Get the best practices, di ba? Could work.
learn from it. Best practice. Ano yung ginagawa ng college league sa NCAA? Or maybe look elsewhere in Europe or whatever. Diba? Find things that work, that address the issue of transfers, and don't just prevent transfers. Address the issue. So yun lang. I know it's gonna be a hot topic. I know we're gonna get a lot of blowback for this, for subscribers. It's a two-ended issue. I know some fans from other schools like UE, yung pinakatamaan, are very for this rule because yung it prevents for their own student athletes to get poached. But again, man, this is not the way to do it. Yung as Maui said. Sami,
Okay.
ito natin yung bago ma-high blood ako.
Let's end this. Let's end it with that. But I really want to hear everyone's thoughts or feelings about this eligibility rule. And I know marami tayong mga listeners from different schools. So would be nice to hear perspectives from fans or students of different schools. So please comment them down below. Like this video, whether you agree. Hopefully you like it. Comment, subscribe. I just want to end with this one. So I'm looking at the article, UAAP's 2-year residency rule set to go, but Pingoy doesn't stand to benefit. Find out why. Sa spin.ph to by Ruben Terrado. So this is the article where they talk about when they announced na the rule will end. So may anonymous source siya, pero when asked about the rule change, yung sagot is, it's because rule changes should be progressive. So, yun yung sagot. Rule
Right
changes
on the
should
point.
be progressive. Let's end it with that. See you again tomorrow. May isa pa kaming episode before the start of the AAP. Bye-bye.